So sind wir bereit?
Wir sind jetzt live.
Hello, everybody. I'm going to speak in English. I don't know who's listening in, but English is my first language anyway, so it's probably easiest. My name's Sam and I'm from a little project known as Inkfields. Little meaning it's just me playing, particularly. I do loop station stuff and it's kind of a mixture of indie, rock and pop. And it's my first time actually ever playing in Berlin, which is pretty exciting because it's kind of a famous town for the music scene. And so it's pretty cool to be here today actually. But this is the start of a little tour that I'm doing through North Germany on my way back to Scotland to record my first ever album. So it's pretty exciting for me at the moment. Anyway, this first song is called Night River.
Between these hidden lights, where do we go on this river tonight? Don't body for sale, your soul away. Where do we go on this river tonight? And Nobody will sail your soul away. Where do we go on this river tonight? And in these shadows silent for your soul. Where do we go on this river tonight? The night.
Well, that was Night River for you. I wrote that a couple of years ago in Sweden. It's actually when I was part of a different project that was known as the Quark Remark, which I actually thought was pretty cool. So for anybody out there who's not checked out the Quark Remark, it doesn't really exist anymore, but it's still available on the internet, a couple of songs. You won't find that song under Inkfields, but I guess it's kind of now progressed to an Inkfields song. So my next song up for you guys comes from my latest EP, and it's known as Anybody Out There, for anybody out there who's actually heard it. This was the lead title track on the EP, and it got radio play in about 5 countries, which is pretty exciting for me because I'm a very small artist, but getting a little bit bigger. So this is called Anybody Out There.
Tomorrow, never fight a drop of freedom there. You're waiting now for the next time. waiting there all of history. Is there anybody out there? 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 Make yourself go on elsewhere. It's trying to rise to a pop and you. The words you speak are your future. So treat your lines like a treasury. Is there anybody out there? Is there anybody out there? Is there anybody out there? Is there anybody out there?
Was anybody out there? Thank you very much. That was a great little EP project. I really enjoyed doing that. I recorded it in the same studio as the album I'm about to travel to Scotland to record. And there were a couple of other songs that I particularly liked on that project. This next one's called OMD. I'm going to play this without the loop station stuff, so guitar and vocal.
Does it feel like the 10 themes of violence? From the past we came to a path that leads to silence. Did you never learn the lessons learned we take the way from our past? Yeah. Conscience spirals down, revelation strong, a problem solved with applause. I said, oh, one day you're acting kind of crazy, like you know the way you're going through a spiral that felt yesterday. Feels like we just never left the start. The siren sound, the streets fill up with thunder. They're coming, oh, they're coming for the plunder. Did you never learn the lessons learned we take the way from our past? Yeah. Conscience spirals down, revelation strong, a problem solved with love. I said, oh, one day you're acting kind of crazy, like you know the the way you're going through the spiral that felt yesterday. Feels like we just never left the start.
Thank you very much. It's a small but cozy little audience in Berlin. And it's an honour to be here, as I said before. Next I want to play for you guys my oldest, first ever loop station song. I gave busking a go about 2 years ago now for the first time. And I thought it was a good idea to buy a loop station. I wasn't very good at it back then. I was often out of time. It's got a little bit better. I'm not the world's best, but I've been moving in the right direction. And this song, called Go Past the Flow, was the first ever loop station song.
Is this just another Tuesday? Like a million once before. Or could this just be another day? No, my burden's from the store. Hey. I've been looking to be matter, but finding fragments on the road. If I could just about see the atlas, maybe I will find a way. Hey. Sing, whoa, past the flow, where the seas ever free is where I go. Couldn't find a better place to be my own. Couldn't find a better place to be my own. Check it out.
Aber kurz, ne? Er spielt kurz, die Stücke. Müssten die nicht eigentlich viel länger gehen? Ich habe die gehört, die gehen viel länger.
Ich kann lange Stücke für dich spielen, wenn du möchtest.
Weiß ich gar nicht. Mir nicht so aufgefallen. Vielleicht geht es einfach schneller vorbei, wenn es live ist.
Kann sein.
Well, es gibt, there's two different versions when I play this.
The live version with a band and the solo loop station. Sometimes the recorded versions for the bands, it's a little bit different to what I play live. This next song is a special song for me because I wanted to have it on the album, but it never actually got included, and so it's a little bit left behind. The song is called Snare Yourself.
Got a fun little thing to say before I let you get away. Oh, got the words to bring us back. Oh, the people run away. Oh, oh, let the fight, let the system rearrange. Let it fall, let it fall, let it fall. Oh, let the fight, let the system rearrange. Let it fall, let it fall. Fall, fall. Your sensitivity's born, and the people know your part. Why put shackles on your children and a loaded gun into their hands and their hearts? Oh, let the fight, let the system rearrange. Let it fall, let it fall, let it fall. Oh, let the fight, let the system rearrange. Let it fall, let it fall. Oh, let the fight, let the system rearrange. Let it go, let it fall, let it fall. Oh, let the fight, let the system rearrange. Let it go, let it go. Fall, fall.
Dankeschön.
Kann immer nicht klatschen, aber.
So I'm a bit new to the whole live streaming thing. I've done a couple of radio shows, but I've not done this before, and it's a little bit weird having cameras in front of me and people watching me on the internet. And this is 100% live. A couple of tunes I'm going to show you guys. There's a possibility of mistakes as they're fairly new, but that makes it more fun, I think. I'm going to play a more quiet song for you guys next.
Du kannst auch reingucken, wie viele Leute drauf sind.
It's called Picture World.
Auf dem Stream, auf dem Link. Wenn du einfach raufgehst.
Ich habe
Hast du kein Netz?
ich habe nur
Hier ist jeder.
by the window. She's trapped out there inside. She looks around beauty through the glass and longs to smash it all. Though she walks through the valleys and shadows of gloom, though she snaps all the pictures of her, angels and a magazine and rips them all to shreds. Oh, tears run down her pale cold face as she cries herself to sleep. Oh, she walks through the valleys and shadows of gloom. She snaps all the pictures of her, one step for tomorrow brings our me through. The breath of a fresh new wind will keep you true.
Cool.
Thank you.
Also ich finde es richtig gut.
So, next up for you guys, got a song that I wrote in Germany. So it was in Baden-Württemberg, not far from Ensfingen, a little village probably nobody's heard of. We'll say not far from Stuttgart, maybe a bit easier for you guys to get. But I like to think about my little dog Melly with this song. The song's called Raw, and it reminds me a lot of a story with Melly. Basically, we came up with the good idea of getting a puppy when we were completely inexperienced with dogs, and it's logically a good idea to get a dog when you have no experience. And basically, we got this little cute golden retriever puppy, 8 weeks old, called Melly. And it was about 3 months later, I think, we went for a walk in Sweden, which is where I happened to live at the time. And we just finished the walk. It was a nice long walk. I thought Melly was tired, and I put her in the car. And I took the lead off and I thought everything was good. She was sitting there. And basically I looked around again and Melly was gone. And I looked through the window of the car and there was a picnic table with a family around it about 200 meters away. And Melly was running like a maniac to get to the picnic table. She basically jumped near enough on the picnic table and was eating like mad. And the mum started screaming at Melly. The baby started crying and the dad started giving Melly more food. It was quite a bit of a scene. Anyway, I kind of wrestled Melly away from this picnic table and she was trying to get as much in her mouth as she could before I got her back. And this song is called Raw, and a kind of chorus bit goes, "Raw like an animal," and that kind of reminds me of Melly being free and wild and mental.
Blazer, looking for a day where the sound of traffic goes away from his daily sphere. A caveman in the northeast needs a space, lost his waiting for the day that he can roll like an honor. Turned your back for paper. Everyone is waiting for the time that is meant to be. Longing for the ocean, stop on those to grindstone. Waiting for the day that you can roll like an animal. Waiting for the day that you can roll like an animal. Like an animal, roll like an animal. Oh, 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 roll like an animal. Roll like an animal. Roll like an animal.
Thank you. There's a lot of funny stories in my life, particularly with my dog. But there's also a few sad stories, I guess, too. A few weird ones. I'm going to tell you a sad story in a bit, but I think first of all I'm going to play a little bit of a happier song. Maybe I shouldn't do that now, I've kind of brought up the sad story. Right, change my mind, we'll do the sad story first. So, it was in Sweden again, and I had a little trip from Stockholm to a town called Gothenburg, and the idea was to go back to Germany. It was a bit of a road trip, but as we were leaving Sweden, we had all of my equipment in the van, so my guitar, my laptop with all my recordings on, my backup hard drives, all of my equipment, and basically some people decided to break into the car. It was still daylight, the middle of the city, and it was parked right in the center, and there were people around and cameras. We thought it wouldn't be a problem. We waited for half an hour, but we got back and all of my stuff was gone. And so basically I had no choice but to busk really hard and do a lot of street music to buy my gear back because the insurance didn't cover it. And so I came up with this song called King of Coins, because as I did a lot of street music and I had a lot of money to get the stuff back, a lot of coins, yeah, I was kind of the king of coins for a while. This is the King of Coins.
the sinks to floors. Country stretch way to the end. About to tip the fights of wonder. We run, fall and fly. What can we to fight all these tigers, tame all these sirens? What can we to break this fight? Find the way. Pushing rocks way up this mountain. My body's weary all the day, and dirty shoot by riding people. We run, fall and fly. Can we to fight all these tigers, tame all these sirens? What can we to break this fight? Find the way.
Dankeschön. So I've got a few songs left, you guys. I'm going to play one of my favourites at the moment next. To this date it still has not got a title. I've played many concerts and asked the people at the concerts if they could come up with a good name, because this is the one song that I've not been able to find a name for out of all of them. And nobody has yet come up with a name that I feel was fitting for it. So if there's anybody out there, I put out the challenge to you to come up with a name for this song, as it kind of, my creativity stops with naming for the song for whatever reason. At the moment I call it the harmonica song because it has harmonica on it, but that's not very creative. So here it is. This bit I want to. These shadows we make and these souls are going out the. And don't bite the spit when you feel this final calling. Where we will run, where we will rise, where we will fall. But I know that you will change me. This ocean is deep and this trench is never ending. And don't bite the spit
you feel this final calling, where we will run, where we will rise, where we will fall.
Thank you.
Muss er viel üben?
Was soll das bedeuten?
Naja,
I had a
also
question
muss
just
er zu
now
Hause
if I have to practice a lot,
Nee,
and
viel üben.
yes, I have to practice a lot.
auch nicht.
It's quite complicated to do all of this looping stuff and to get it on time.
Ja, macht er das schon.
But now I'm going to do the song that's the most complicated to perform with timing, and so hopefully this goes to plan. The song is actually going to be on the album, but it's going to sound different on the album because it's going to be a full band. But it's a bit more tricky to play live, but we'll see how I go.
You feel your life in misery. Your strength is tired, your soul is pain. Who do you think you are? Oh, 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 you. Oh, 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 you. Feel the trap and search yourself. You find your way by reaching heights. Who do you think you are? Oh, 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 you. Oh, oh, you.
Function. So, I think I've got 2 more songs left, you guys. This next song is a song I released actually last Friday, so 2 days ago. It's a brand new song, it's my first ever release with a record label. And the actual release, the recorded release, sounds completely different because it's a full band and it's really groovy and pretty funky. But this version is a very much more stripped down, a sadder version. It sounds much more happy on the radio release, but this version's much quieter. So it's called The Chosen One, or Sky on the Loose, as it's now known. Stop there for a second. Just changing one little thing. Okay.
Crashing to the O. I'm using all my strength and breath, I'm gonna show them all. You talk a million pounds into the promised Lord, man. You justify affording me to sell out on a own. Oh, if I want to be this lonely one, let me be the only one. And if Lord, and if I want to be the chosen one, let me be the chosen one. And if Lord, telling me the world inside the sky, you're just a little fish, another simple passerby. Oh, your songs and poetry, the drop that's in the sea, said that is okay for you, your words won't follow me. Oh, if I want to be this lonely one, let me be the only one. And if Lord, and if I want to be the chosen one, let me be the chosen one. And if Lord,
Thank you very much.
Moment, kurze Pause.
Yep, no problem.
Akku.
We're just doing a little bit of a battery change on the microphone. I'm coming back soon.
Die Dinger fallen immer dann aus, wenn man sich brauchen kann.
For my last song, I'm going to play a song that was, as far as I'm aware, the first ever song I wrote under the artist name of Inkfields. It wasn't originally a loop station song. I put my first ever YouTube video up on, it was called 9 to 5 back then. I did a stop motion video with stick, like toothpick things. I made little stick men's up, but it was pretty funny. But yeah, either way, that video is not really online anymore. So the song's kind of disappeared. And I thought it would be cool just to finish this little session with this song. Not as a goodbye, but just kind of as a little memory. So this is called 9 to 5.
Here we go now. It's driving on by. 'Cause we've done this one so often. I said we could do them upside down. Like lightning strikes through outer space. 'Cause we've done this one so often. We could do them upside down. Let this ocean arise. Oh, let this ocean arise. Oh, let this ocean arise. Oh, let this ocean arise. It's falling through this common load. Oh, let this ocean arise. It's falling through this common load. Oh, let this ocean arise. It's falling through this common load. Oh, let this ocean arise. It's falling through this common load. Oh, let it rise.
Thank you very much. Thank you for a lovely little sofa concert. It's been very fun. Thank you for inviting me over here. I appreciate it. And the camera team, so many cameras in front of me. And yeah, I hope you all have a great rest of your Sunday. And I'll maybe catch you in some other town somewhere. That would be epic. Thank you very much. Catch you later. Goodbye.
Okay, ich stoppe den Stream.